Yeah, said I gotta do better. Yeah, that's the motto. I get in the curse, my foot in the pedal and never let up. I dropped the L, now it's Toro. Dubs come in first like it's Whack-A-Mole. But tell them all, yeah, can't come in last, no. I'm coming first, I ain't no slowpoke. Oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I dropped the L and it's down, I ain't double fold.
Hello everybody, it's Toro. Welcome back to Behind the Horns. I'm here, just wanted to make another video about a topic that I felt would help everybody out. So, for example, we're going to be talking about preparation. Preparation that is needed for anything to have come into existence. I say that now because in my life, I've been analyzing the cycles of my life and seeing what is the cause of everything. What have I been doing? What have I been perpetuating in my life for me to be at this point in my time, for me to feel certain ways, think certain things? And I realize it's all because, I won't say all, but one of the things that I've recently learned is preparation, how to be able to prepare for things that you want to happen in your life. It's funny because I actually had this blockage that was making me think that if you prepare for things, then you're fake. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, especially if it's something that you care about. Of course, you would need to prepare for something that you care about if you want to go the right way. Am I right? But for some reason, my mind just like, no. If you put in work to get something that you want, and not just show up for it, then you're not genuine. It's like, I guess, like, I got it from maybe if being an actor, you have to prepare, do your lines and stuff like that. But I realized that life, the way that life is set up, you're here to then create whatever you want it to be. And it's a skill. This is an art. You have to practice this. So you have to put in that work in beforehand for it to come out the way you want. You can't just show up and just doodle on some shit and expect it to come out like a masterpiece. You have to practice, put the hours in, and focus in on certain things so that you can bring all the pieces together to build the picture that you want, build the sculpture, the song that you want. So in preparation, I just wanted to be able to help everybody else out to maybe fix that and help them learn how to prepare for things in their lives. So with preparation, everything that came into being has been prepared for in one way or another. Even when you feel like you didn't prepare, even when I roll up out of bed and I get up, throw my clothes on, brush my teeth, and go to work without having extended a period of time of preparation, that was a degree of preparation. Even when you're not thinking about anything, when you're making something, you're preparing. So when we think about, I want to always tie everything about preparing, or really anything in life, back to our thoughts, because that's where everything originates from. We think in vibration. Our thoughts are all vibrations. There's low vibrations that we can't perceive. There's high vibrations that we can't perceive. It just depends on where you are and what your cycle of vibration is. When you understand what cycles of vibration you are, you understand your thought waves or your thought patterns. And you understand, okay, I can pick and choose what I want to become here. And you can have more control over that and prepare more meaningfully and mindfully. So that would look like, let's say I am going to build this engine, right? If I'm just going to come here with the thoughts that I have in my head, then I will not be able to create an engine. I would have to go back and think about these things. All right, what blueprints do I need to look over? What training do I need to go through and build this tower of logic that I'm able to then house my emotion and energy, my drive to want to create this thing, right? And that, I look at the masculine, the principle of gender, masculine and feminine. I learned one of the things that helped me get through and learn how to prepare is that masculine is supposed to be the frame that the feminine sits in, believes in, feels, and relaxes inside of. You're supposed to, I won't even say supposed to, I don't like that word anymore. I'm trying to stop using that. If you value being the best version of yourself and having control of your life, I feel like this will help you out. You'll follow it. So if you can pick and choose what you want to introduce into your life. But I found that if you desire this, you're going to use these principles. You're going to be okay. For example, I started doing a schedule. If you schedule things out in a meaningful and mindful way that actually works with the way that you work, you have to first one be able to understand yourself. I think that like I actually had a conversation with my mom the other day, and she was talking to me about how she started journaling, and I was like, dang, I do that off and on every once in a while, but like every single day it makes a difference because what that does is allow you to understand yourself even more, understand your mind even more, and when you understand your mind, you're able to make those changes and that are actually going to stick. You know, like when you're teaching somebody and you're talking to them in a way that's they're not going to be able to even get a chance to understand you. If you're talking to a baby like you're a professor, like talking about like biochemistry, they're not going to understand you. If you know you have an outer like a goal right here, you can have that goal that's going to be super high, but then you have to be able to have a plan that is going to be able to pull wherever you are, whoever you're trying to um, grab and lift up higher up. You have to have a plan to be able to magnetize them to where whatever that goal is. That's where the law of attraction comes into play. So in this instance, you're building the system that is going to allow you to go in and grab where you are and pull you up to that goal that you're trying to big that you're working and striving towards. So I mentioned earlier, I wanted to say this. I mentioned earlier that this is we have the masculine and the feminine here. If we use our thoughts to prepare, that's using our masculine. We're thinking about what we're gonna do. Let's say that I was an athlete. I'm like, all right, I got a race coming up. I used to be a track athlete, by the way. I'm gonna say this. I was not the best track athlete. I was pretty fast for who I was, but I still didn't reach a certain level of success that I feel like I could now because I understand my mind way more. But now, with how I look at it is, if I am a track athlete, I'm going to first think about what I want to achieve, and then I'm going to do to then get an idea of where I am, and then I'm going to build this plan. I do the preparation beforehand, the thoughts, and I imagine what I want to happen. Because first I had to have that goal, and now I imagine, okay, this is what I want to happen. This is how I want it to happen. There's a cat behind me. Hey, who's this? Hermes. Okay. There's a cat behind me, but I'm imagining how I want it to come out, right? And what that does is that creates a funnel. That creates a channel for your emotion to be into. So what that does is like it creates an area of thought for you to just immediate or habit for you to just immediately fall into whenever you start doing the thing. You're gonna be thinking in your head, and it's like, okay, I've already done this before. When you get to the actual thing in real life, in physical realm, and then you can just relax and allow your feminine, your masculine, to intermingle together. You allow your feminine to go ahead and just do what it has to do, feel out, be intuitive, and just do what it has to do to get that outcome that you wanted. So, if you wanted to use this in a way that actually is going to help you out, because I just threw it out there. I feel like there has to be some structure to this whole entire thing for it to work. I meditate a lot, and what I've learned from meditation and especially setting intentions and being able to manifest what you want, is that you need to first have the thoughts, have your goal. I want to run this race and get 11 seconds on my 100 miles, 100 meter dash. All right, 100 meter race or whatever. Right. That's what I want. I recognize how I need to move my legs and do my breathing, and then I understand. You're gonna think about that beforehand. Then what's gonna happen afterwards is that you're going to then remember to release all expectations, because if you think about it, I talked about how our vibrations of our thoughts, we can only perceive only so much. It's so vast. The moment where we're able to perceive all, you become God. You already are God, but you become like literally everything. If you wanted to, you could be that couch right now next to me. This is a couch, and I could like, okay, I'm the couch, and I'll just be the couch. Right now, I can just have an imagination of it, but I can't like pull myself into the couch, like in a dream or some shit like that. So you have to realize that there's a certain aspect of everything you can't control. That's the world we live in. That's what God is. You have to leave certain things up to God for it to, and just hope that and have faith that's going to go work out in some way. Now, when I say that, you cannot sit here and if there's something goes wrong, just be like, oh, I guess it wasn't meant to be. No, you have to still. There's going to be these things that come up, and even no matter how much preparation you put in beforehand, that are going to then derail you. That's because you cannot control every aspect of it until you get to that point. And I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say it right here. It's not achievable in this lifetime. It's multiple lifetimes. I believe multiple lifetimes. You have to live here through millions and billions of years before you even get to that point. Before you become a star. A star is created, and it takes it takes a really long time for you to do that. So, if we're thinking about our lifetime, where we're living in, we're trying to have the best lifetime ever, and you're trying to strive in this journey of success and spiritual journey, you're going to, chop stuff up in little bite-sized pieces. Here, we're able to think, okay, we have only that really hurt, but it's all right. We're going to sit here and we're going to believe that we're going to understand that we have a limited amount of control over our surroundings, our thoughts, because we can't perceive all the vibrations. We can only pick and choose our vibrations that are within our awareness. So throughout that, what we're going to do is do that and then leave it all up to God. And then rinse and repeat. No matter what happens, every single problem that comes up is an opportunity for you to grow. Opportunity for you to see that negativity that arises within you and then apply some masculine energy in there that's going to logisticify it, if that's even a word. But make it make sense in your scheme that you're building, that's going to build you up and pull you and magnetize you up to this goal that you have. Then the next time in your cycle of life, when you're next day, next week, next month, next year, you see that thing come up again, and you made that a practice to start perpetuating that within your schedule, within your thought, your mindset, that it's going to then just be flow. You will then be able to flow back into your feminine and be able to be in the moment and have that faith that everything is all right. Everything is going to just keep on pushing you towards your goal. Your goal being oh yeah, that's what, I'm having this epiphany now. During the video. The feminine is what births anything, right? A female has babies. A female has the babies. And the masculine is what put that baby into the female, or I'll say put it with her egg in the female, to then have that be birthed into a child or a thought or something. So basically what happens is, you have the goal. Your goal is the masculine counterpart, the reproductive counterpart. That feminine belief is what needs to be done before anything is going to be made. If you can't sit there and just be in the moment and create, you're going to keep on checking and being anxious and not able to just allow things to happen. Anxiety happens when there's an overabundance of thought. When you have an overabundance of thought, you can't be in the moment. So things like wins happen whenever you're like, I'm in the moment, I'm in the zone, I'm in flow. If you look at an athlete, they're in this moment, they're doing what they need to do because they're able to be in the moment of them. They're able to be the version of themselves that is going to do what needs to be done. And that creates the win that they get in the race, in the basketball game, in the football game. But I want to say this one thing, like that. Another one thing that I've been looking into is abundance, because I know that abundance is needed to have an abundance of anything. The thought of abundance. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be energy. It can be all. Now, when I say abundance, that's just abundance. I've looked at the definition. I think it has something to do with along the lines of just always having plentiful and over more than what you need. Now, you have to have thoughts that align with you being in a world, in a place that is teeming with more than what you need. Now, when we build this channel, we channel this energy We build this channel by realizing we're gonna take what we already have, our experience and who we are, and we're going to dig into it. We're gonna move through those emotions, move through the logic we've already built, and take out whatever is not needed, and leave what is supposed to be there, and arrange it in a way. We're changing our thoughts, changing the way we do our lives, and we're arranging everything to be a way for our emotion to just flow through into whatever direction that we want that emotion to be, whether it be extra second off of my 100 meter, an even better song, even better sculpture, more realistic. We're just creating that channel that allowing that emotion to come through, and that creation of that channel comes from trial and error as well as the research that needs to be done. It's a combination, and when you sit there and let it be, let that emotion flow, it eventually breaks through and allows it to come out like a child. Yes, this is it. Basically, this is what preparation is needed for. A baby needs to be prepared for. You let that baby sit for 9 months, and now it comes out like a fully functioning human being. That couldn't have happened without the preparation. Things in this physical realm need to be prepared for. It can't just come out like that and be the way you want it to be. But you get what I'm saying? Like, hope this all really helped you out and understand what preparation is used for and able to do in your life. But I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video here. I went on for a good bit of time, and I hope you guys understood this and are able to then spread this positivity to someone else that needs it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Talk about this in the comments if you need to. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. It's been Toro. Peace. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot to do the outro. Heart of a bull, mind of the matador. We out.